Death row, where convicted murderers spend years of purgatory before the final walk to the death chamber.
Many of them are shunned by their own families, but tonight News 4's Emily Baucom is revealing the one group prisoners call their salvation.
They're Europeans who send care packages, money, and some of them travel thousands of miles on a journey to death row.
About an hour north of the big city of Houston lies the small town of Livingston, an unexpected tourist destination for Europeans like Mona Burras.
I go to school now, studying theology, want to be a prison minister.
Mona's 45 years old, a mother of two, and she just spent 26 hours traveling from Norway to visit a pen pal.
Which room is mine? With Perry, I've been writing with for more than 2 years now. I get a friend. I really do.
Her friend is a man who this summer Texas plans to execute.
Everybody else really just turned their back on me mostly.
Perry Williams, convicted of robbing and murdering a medical student in Houston nearly 16 years ago.
A lot of stuff is really hazy because I was under the influence of PCP.
He claims the crime was not intentional.
Who pulled the trigger on that man?
That's up in there because he swung on us. So the gun went off in the process.
I don't approve of it, but I think you have second chances. It's not my job to judge.
A Norwegian mother and a Texas prisoner. It's an unlikely friendship Perry admits is difficult to comprehend.
I was skeptical because I'm like, why you want to help somebody that's supposed to be that's accused of killing somebody?
The death penalty has been abolished in all but one European country. In Norway, the maximum sentence for murderers is 21 years. No prisoner there has been executed in Mona's lifetime.
That's why it's so strange for me, because I think if you're American and kill, or if you're Norwegian and kill, you're still a killer. So how come we are so different in our punishment?
Websites show Europeans how to get in touch with and even visit American prisoners. In Texas, wardens don't track where visitors are from, but motels in Livingston are often full of Europeans. In an email, a woman who visits from Switzerland writes, "It wasn't because I was bored with my life or something like that. It was a sincere interest to know why people still get executed. Sometimes the pen pal friendships turn romantic." We heard from a woman who's engaged to a prisoner. She writes, "They can't call overseas, so I have never been able to receive a phone call from him. Even face to face, Mona and Perry's friendship is through a window. They say it's purely platonic, nothing sexual, but there is love."
Yeah, I love her. I love her because, like I say, she improved a lot to me because she's doing something that my family won't even do.
Yes, I do love him. It's hard to have this kind of relationship without getting to love them.
They exchange letters, poetry, and Mona says because her children's university costs are paid for by the Norwegian government, she's able to send Perry money.
I send what I have. I mean, if I have $50, I will send him that. If I have $10, I will send him that.
Perry says he doesn't ask for money, but does spend it on hygiene products.
Do you feel guilty taking money from her?
Yes, that's why they never say nothing.
And then you kill yourself in your own backyard.
If you find Mona's behavior naive, she understands because she too feels a culture shock.
The Americans would not believe what we do with our prisoners back home.
At Norwegian prisons, instead of barbed wire, there's a system to help reintegrate criminals into society. But for Perry, the countdown is on.
Yeah, to the last minute. Till 6 o'clock on July the 14th.
His execution will be the first time the two friends get to hug each other.
And I just appreciate her giving me a chance to show the world that I'm not a lost cause.
As Perry lives his final months with remorse, Mona will be there until the end.
To imagine him in this chamber and getting strapped down to this bed, and actually getting killed, it's really, really difficult.
Mona will make one more journey to death row in July when Perry's executed, and we will be here too to document that experience. Reporting from Livingston, Emily Baucom, News 4 San Antonio.